In this video, we're going to be talking about what are the best units for you to be using in PvE for carriers. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our Discord, and also follow us on Instagram so you always have the support that you need to really enhance your account and get yourself to the next level. Also, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money when you make in-game purchases by getting some amazing cashbacks each time you purchase anything. Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. This is the final of the 3 tier list videos, and in this one we're going to be focusing on carriers. Again, a huge shout out to the community members that actually supported with the data collection and data gathering. That is both Sky members of the Alliance and Sky members of the Discord community. And when I say Sky members, I'm referring to the entire Discord community that we have. Because of the support that I got, I was able to collect a lot of data and I was able to create decent units that people can use and they can test them out and see if they work for them. And what better place to keep the tier list than the skyalliance.com, our new website. Yup. Head over there and go into the Ants Underground Kingdom and you will find yourself the tier lists in this tab. Let's go to the carrier tab and let's go all the way down to the B tier because as you all know, ChatGPT says you should always start with the B tier and then move your way up. It increases engagement. Well, so let's do that then. Firstly, you can see the B tier. That's a unit you should probably not be using unless you don't have a better option. But it's there just in case, there are people who don't have a bunch of the better ants and they want to use what best they do have. That's where the B tier comes in. Gold armor, CR, golden crystal. Gold armor does okay. It gives a 20% extra damage to Groundhog and Pangolin. It works fine if you don't have a better ant because it boosts the other 2 ants that you do have as well. In this particular case, the other 2 are CR and Golden Crystal. And honestly, Golden Crystal does well in Pangolin and Groundhog. Honestly, Groundhog should really be shooter, but if you are using carrier, then yeah, Golden Crystal does well. CR doesn't do as well, honestly, but it's okay, right? It's still decent. Moving up to the A tier. The first one we have is CR, Golden Crystal, and Rainbow Scarlet. Honestly, the only thing making this an A tier and not an S tier or above would be the CR, right? CR doesn't really hit that hard. It's okay, it's not amazing. Golden Crystal hits hard. Rainbow Scarlet, as you can imagine, it's probably going to be doing the most amount of damage in this particular unit because it's an S5 and it hits hard, it can do a lot of damage. That can be quite beneficial. The next one is another interesting one. We're using Mimic Crawler and then LB and then Golden Crystal. Now Mimic Crawler is surprisingly really good for PvE, partly because of the fact of the negative effects and the damage that it does, but more importantly is the fact that it's giving that damage boost to enemies with negative effects, and it's sort of making sure that a lot of enemies do have negative effects, so it kind of works well. As for LB, we all know at the time it was known as the king of attack. It still does a pretty high amount of damage, making it a reasonable choice, though I guess there's better ants out there already. The next one, it's still using Mimic Crawler, it's still using LB, but now you are using Rainbow Scarlet in the third row. Obviously, this is slightly better than the Golden Crystal one because now you're using Rainbow Scarlet. The rest is the same. The last A tier is using Gold Armor, Golden Crystal, and Rainbow Scarlet. Golden Crystal, Rainbow Scarlet both do a reasonably high amount of damage. Gold Armor is boosting them and helping them do a little bit more damage, so it's sort of a decent unit for you to use as well. That's all that we have for the A tier. Let's move over to the first S tier. LB, Golden Crystal, Rainbow Scarlet. The logic here is that now you have 3 damage dealers, good hitters that do a decent amount of damage. You've put them together, and hence you have an S tier because they can do reasonably high amount of damage. The other S tier, no surprise there, is Mimic Crawler, Golden Crystal, Rainbow Scarlet. Mimic Crawler giving the ability of assigning negative effects and giving boosts to your units when they're attacking enemies with negative effects, which is quite beneficial because, well, Rainbow Scarlet can also assign negative effects. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before is that Rainbow Scarlet has its own buff. Right? Its skill number 5 actually does extra damage to enemies that have negative statuses, right? So now you have Mimic Crawler's ability of doing extra damage, and then you have Rainbow Scarlet's ability of doing extra damage too, right? So it sort of works really well because they're both banking on negative statuses. So that is the S tier. Now going over to the first of the S plus tier, no surprise there, you have Mimic Crawler, you have Honeypot Ant, and you have Rainbow Scarlet. We've already talked about why Mimic Crawler and Rainbow Scarlet work so well together. Honeypot Ant, it's a huge damage dealer, and a lot of its damage comes from poison, which is a negative effect, right? So it sort of works really well together with Mimic Crawler because, well, for one thing, Mimic Crawler can actually assign poison too, right? Which boosts the damage dealing potential of Honeypot Ant from its own skills, but also poison that the Honeypot Ant assigns is also a negative status, and hence Mimic Crawler's ability of allowing your ants to do extra damage to enemies that have negative statuses includes the negative status the Honeypot itself assigns, and well, Rainbow Scarlet benefits from that too, right? So this is a pretty synergistic unit. There are two very high damage dealers, and then there's a third one, which is Mimic Crawler, which buffs your two very high damage dealers quite a bit. The other S plus tier, no surprise there, it's just replacing Mimic Crawler with Golden Crystal. Golden Crystal has a high damage dealing potential by itself, as we talked about before, and it can also assign poison, which Honeypot Ant really benefits from, and it's a negative status that Rainbow Scarlet can also benefit from. And that's all we have for our tier list for carriers. Hope you liked it. Do let us know if you've tested our other stuff in the comments below. Let's have an interactive discussion and let's see if we can update the tier lists further. Before you go, I want you to know you can save a lot of money in the Ants Underground Kingdom using Aptoide with my promo code. You can see the promo code on the screen right now as well. But if you click the button that's going to appear at the top of the screen, that'll take you to a video. It's going to go through step by step on how you can set things up and how you can start getting a lot of cash back every time you purchase anything, like a bunch of other people that are already benefiting from it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you like the website as well, because we're going to continue improving it, especially if you enjoy it. The best part is I can update the website anytime, so if tier lists change, I could add a different tier list at any given moment. That's an advantage that a website tier list has over screenshots that might be shared around. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.